Hello everyone, and welcome to another Livestream event. Thank you for taking the opportunity to join us across the globe again. Folks from all parts of Europe, UK, UAE, and the States are weighing in today. For those of you who are new, my name is Crystal. I'm with Ascension One Collective, the foundation that supports the work of the channel. I'm here today to guide you into and out of the session. We've been offering these bi-weekly live stream events to deepen our practice at home. The first 6 weeks we focused on facing challenges. Last week's series was about infinite possibilities. This week we are exploring the love of creation. As always, we have some newcomers, so I'm going to share a little bit to give those folks context for the work. What a seal does today evolved from his work in various spiritual traditions over the last 18 years. 5 years ago, he had a strong spiritual experience that opened up this connection that today we refer to as the channel. This is a kind of connection to both powerful energy and wisdom that during the sessions he will embody and bring through. Through this connection, energy will come through him and reach all those who are tuning into the live stream. This energy will allow you to go deeper in your meditation, as well as receive information which often takes the form of spoken transmission or, in your own way, visions, messages, or an inner knowing. The process for a seal to get into trance includes spontaneous movements of his body and hands, sometimes shaking of his body, fast breathing, and as the energy level rises, sometimes his eyes will roll back. It may not seem it, but this is all normal. His everyday human consciousness is still available to him while he's channeling, and he can stop the embodiment at any time. The channel will bring through guides that will specifically introduce themselves with the names humanity has given them. You might recognize some of these names as angels or archangels, but they never refer to themselves as such. Once the energy field is established, then an energetic alignment begins. People report having powerful experiences even over live stream, so it's really easy. During this time, sit back and focus on being in an open, meditative state. Just by being receptive, you have included yourself in the energy field, so there's nothing else that you need to do. During the session, you may also bring in a loved one into your mind and heart to have them receive the benefits as well. You can set an intention. You can release any old wounds, thoughts, emotions that no longer serve you. People share often that things come up for them even in the absence of an intention. So flow with that also and just accept all that arises. Once the energy alignment is complete, a seal will embody another celestial being who usually allows for questions to be asked. This is typically who we call Emmanuel. If you'd like to ask a question, feel free to type it into the questions tab on the bottom of the screen in Crowdcast. The production team will then choose a few questions to ask the channel from the list. Keep in mind, there are a few hundred people watching this across 3 live streams right now. So center yourself before you ask the question and ask yourself, what's the best way to ask this question that would serve the most people? We've found that Emmanuel's answers are typically phrased in a way that serves the greater good. So if you're looking for a personal answer, the answer may not align with your expectation. The energy field pulls us into an interesting collective state. So you may find that if you have a question in your mind, you receive the answer in somebody else's question or silently to yourself. We have a Crowdcast poll running on the polls tab at the bottom of the screen. Being that Ascension One is comprised of a science-educated channeler and a team of entrepreneurs, it's important for us to understand how this work is making a difference in people's lives. One question at the beginning, how are you doing before the session, is there, and there'll be another one after the session, same question. With a simple scale of 1 to 5, it's very easy to answer, so please take a second and let us know how you are right now. For people who can offer a donation, it not only supports a seal, but it supports the whole production team. Many of you donated to the last session and have donated already to this one. It's truly appreciated, and it really helps us to keep this work accessible. We have links to the donation options in the chats. We invite you to listen with an open mind and an open heart. We recommend that you listen in a space where you can't be interrupted and you turn your phone off. We also recommend you stay tuned in through the entire session. You will know when we're moving from one part to the next. If you're in a deep meditative state at the end of the energy transmission, it's okay if you can't hang on to every word thereafter. The benefit of staying with us is what's most important, and the words can be replayed and read later. We are recording the audio and video and provide the video and transcript following the event on our website and social media pages. As the session ends, we will sit together in silence for a few minutes and give you all enough time to come back to this state of awareness. Enjoy your journey into the love of creation. I'll see you back here upon your return.
Good morning, everyone. The moment when we wake up in the morning almost feels like a new entry in life, like being born again, having the opportunity for another day in this life, in this human experience, in this identity, like a reset. How we start our day often makes a lot of difference. If we set an intention, what are the first things that we do? Do we have routines that support healthy behaviors and healthy habits? Do we greet the sun as it greets us? Do we greet nature as it provides for us? How do we speak to ourselves when we wake up or during the day? All of these are, I believe, important aspects of living a healthy life. There are also healthy aspects of being present with everything that's around us. And as often Raphael and Emmanuel have said, being present is also what connects us deeper with this love of creation, or maybe makes us more aware how connected we are, how continuously receiving we are, interconnected amongst other humans, interconnected with nature, interconnected with Earth, the planets, the stars, our sun, and even higher dimensions. Some call it Source, the Divine, God, whatever works for you. But there is something there. And in moments like these, we have the opportunity to really receive and to be present. Now, for some of you, it may take a couple sessions to really start to feel the energy, the opening, and that's okay. Some of you are reporting powerful flows of energy, visceral experiences, physical contractions, even orgasms are reported. So I hope you're one of those. I want to invite you to, in the beginning, to stay in an observer role. And when you cannot consciously observe anymore, then just start to surrender more. Rest, sitting or lying down. And when you feel like you're coming to the edges of how far you can surrender, surrender a little bit more. Let go a little bit more. If you slip into a sleep state, that's also okay. The work will continue. And you will wake up at the perfect time. I want to give my thanks to all of you that have been supporting this work with your donations, your generosity. And I truly believe that the more we give, the more we receive. The world provides. It reflects. And giving and receiving is being participant in that flow of energy that we're part of. So thank you, and also thank you for being here. It's a pleasure to serve you, and through you to serve so many other people. Blessings on this journey, and see you after the session. Greetings, I'm Raphael. Since the moment of your creation, conception into human form, you have received the benefits of this plane, intrinsically connected the human form into this plane of existence. In all the ways, you have never been separated, yet the connections over time reduce. Your focus, your attention, conscious and unconscious, can draw as well as drain the life force that flows through you. This is why we reiterate the importance of presence. Understanding this flow continuously coming through you. Understanding in which ways it leaves you. The ability to control your capacity of receiving this life force, the ability to control in which ways this life force expands from you into the rest of existence. Every thought, every emotion, every action requires life force. Focusing your mind, your heart, your body, as well as your energetic spiritual construct in the right way will allow you to focus all of your life force into a single subject or creation. You therefore become a creator of your own through the life force that flows through you, eternally and unconditionally. Some of this life force will be utilized for the functions of your survival, and these are naturally taken care of. Yet most of this life force can be utilized for creation, for transformation, as well as for manifestation. The reality that is in your life is part of your creation. Your conscious and unconscious focus, important learnings that are required to be had, will create the reality on your behalf, on behalf of human consciousness. This is as well a natural function of this creation. You receive and you create. As a collective, you co-create. Your single, most effective point of creation will start with your presence, where you understand the flow and the capacity of you to receive this life force from all of existence? In which ways have you limited yourself to receive? In which ways have you constrained yourself to fully surrender to this life force? In which ways have you limited this life force to be shared freely to others and to actions of your life? In which ways have you distracted yourself? Dispersed the energy that comes to you into 1,000 different perspectives. Allow yourself to explore and to innovate, to experiment, yet be aware of these experiments. Allow yourself to be present where the life force in your system accumulates. Allow this accumulation of life force to fill every piece, every part of your being. Your physical body, your energetic body, your emotional and mental body. Fill yourself to the point where you imagine no longer to be able to receive, as you have filled fully. At this point, the automatic functions of your energetic body will expand and will start to increase in capacity, and you will be able to receive even more. And with conscious understanding, with intent, you start to share this life force that is accumulated as well as that is flowing through you, freely, generously, without the barriers of the mind, without the barriers of the heart, as there is no meaning attached to this act of existence. You are part of this creation, and you are a creator yourself. Understand this power that is within you. Own the power that is within you. Understand the dance between this life force that is omnipresent, this love of creation that continuously provides. Receive without limitations and share without limitations. Thank you for listening to my words, and thank you for receiving this work. Thank you for receiving this work. My work is complete. Greetings. My name is Emmanuel. You have received this work because you have declared to be ready to receive. It was a conscious choice to arrive at this very moment. Yet there are many other opportunities in life to receive. To receive from the earth, to receive from relationships, to receive from yourself. In so many ways, you can truly be the recipient of all that is provided into this plane. You can consciously direct your intention to receive, just like in this very moment. Once you have declared and once you have surrendered, the energy is provided. This opening of surrender creates the foundation for manifesting reality. Life force as a universal force of creation can truly create everything. In energetic ways, in material ways, in relationships, as well as in emotional ways. Every aspect of your life is truly created by this universal life force, the love of creation. Acquaint yourself with this omnipresent existence. Feel it more often. Surrender to it more often. Allow yourself to receive and to give more often from this place of connection, from this place of openness and surrender. This is the power that lies within you. You are no victim to your circumstances. You are the participant that you choose to learn a specific lesson. And you are the creator of the lessons as well. You are the one that chooses. You are the one that instigates for these lessons to come true. You are the one that comes to the realization. All of this, parts of you, creating this very manifestation of your life. These are parts of the realizations you will receive on this self-realization journey. Our words are merely reminders, anchors for you to remember, for you to reconnect to a truth that is already within you. In the very years of your life, you have experienced many interactions with your environment, with your relationships, and with yourself. In all of these interactions, you have assumed a role. This role was particular to the environment and required your participation for the unfolding of that experience. You were co-creator and you were a participant. You were also an observer. Many of these experiences have passed on. Some of them realized and completed. Some of them still very present in your existence. Become once again an observer of the experiences of the past. Allow the realization of this observation to come to fruition. Allow the realization to open up you to a higher capacity for presence and to higher capacity of life force. Become a higher potential, a stronger present version of yourself. An fully alive individual, receiving fully and giving fully. This is my recommendation to you. Thank you for listening to my words. I will now answer some of your questions.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Brett asks, for all newly pregnant and pregnant families out there, what advice do you have for keeping the baby safe and strong, especially at this time? Thank you.
Newborn human beings are naturally connected to the life force in its strongest possible way. The way it enters their system, the way it provides nourishing as well as protective energy is continuous. Only upon the creation of identity, beliefs, and perceptive constructs, this life force will start to get limited. Until then, they only truly require your unconditional love, your presence, your full attention. This is again a reminder of all of existence through this newborn to you. Remember to be present so that you can be a creator, so that you can provide for new life, so that you are the one manifesting the reality in front of you. A being that is requiring your attention, your love, your protection is going to be an important reminder for all of you. It will bring forth instincts. It will bring forth in all the ways you have limited yourself. It will bring forth in all the ways that you have created constructs to prevent you from being present, from being loving, and from being lovable. This is the bond between a newborn and its family. With these pillars of understanding, every challenge, every difficulty can be faced. Your attention, your presence will show you in how many more ways you can be expanded, in how many more ways you have so much more capacity to love, so much more capacity to receive. This is the beauty of being a parent. May you enjoy this journey of providing a safe entry for a new soul into this human experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Pia asks, how important is it to meditate? I find it very difficult to quiet my mind and have tried for several years on and off to establish a meditation practice.
Meditation in the traditional sense and understanding can be one pathway to silencing the mind, to silencing the heart, to quieting enough to hear the voices of your inner workings, your body, your subconscious, and your unconscious, as well as the voices of your higher self, of higher dimensions of existence. While this pathway has worked for many in human form, many lineages have established different methods and practices to come to the same state of being, a state of mind that is similar to the one achieved through prolonged periods of meditation. You will find that this state of being can be induced in solitude, in nature, in activity that requires an increased heart rate and breathing rate, prolonged periods of exercise will create a different state of your mind. Movement of the body requires a different part of your brain and consciousness to be active. This, indeed, can be meditation as well. For others, sound and frequencies have supported them to come into different states of mind. This has provided to be induced into different states that similarly reflect the effects of meditation. For others, exercises that are connected to the breath have induced these states of being similar to meditation. As you can see, there are indeed many choices that will assist you. Finding the one that you currently can execute, that you currently can embrace, will be for you a journey of experimentation and a journey of determination. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Karis asks, can you please speak about the significance of the union of twin flames or soulmates during these times and the love of creation?
Two individuals or more can find themselves in continuous iterations in human form. These continuous iterations over time build an energetic and spiritual bond between these individuals. As they go through their awakenings and through their realizations, they will co-create realities that will bring them together. In each of the lifetimes, for collaboration, for quicker realization, for completion of specific learnings, lessons that were agreed upon to be completed together. This may indeed take the form of a life partner, yet sometimes it will take the form of family. It will take the form of friends. It will even sometimes take the form of a close animal companion. This is the power that lies in this experience. The connection of these two individuals will elevate both in their capacities and in their potential. The intensity might bring forth the side effects of this relationship, an accelerated form of growth, discomforts never felt before, difficulties that now are required to be faced, that may have been suppressed in the life before the reconnection. Individuals that find themselves in this type of relationship will also open up to their individual self-realization journey. Understanding and appreciating each other's growth will become an important aspect of such relationship. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Shakala asks, how do we manage healthy balance between being in a state of awareness and being in a state of action to reach our desire, dreams without falling into frustration and suffering when our outside expectations are not met?
Action is the result of continuous awareness, continuous reflection, and continuous realization. You may choose to apply these realizations into actions. Presence can be part of all aspects of your life. Presence throughout your realizations and awakening processes. Presence throughout your actions and delivery. When you realize that you can be truly and fully present even throughout your actions, the expectations of the future will have less of an impact on you. The expectations of specific goals may or may not be reached, as you continuously being present will adjust your actions accordingly. Understand the difference between awareness and presence. Becoming aware, realizing, transforming, and awakening can all coexist with deep states of presence. Presence in itself is no particular action. It is a state of being, a state of existence, the only true state of existence. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Sally asks, I've had great health, but these last few weeks have had a lot of issues, struggles, discomforts, and pain. I wonder if I'm absorbing the malaise that is going on in the world, or if it's a part of my awakening process.
Your health was built on a foundation that could not support you in your continuous awakening process. In moments like these, a deep reset and restructuring will be necessary for those that choose consciously to awaken, and that choose consciously to be in service, that choose consciously to be a stronger and more powerful version of themselves. Often this will require a reset, a realignment, a return to past memories, to past injuries, to past traumas, to fully clear all aspects of your life once and for all, and to realign from that place and to rebuild an even more powerful foundation of your entire being. You will find this current process uncomfortable and challenging, yet rest assured that once the process is complete, you will emerge as an even stronger being. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Marta asks, previously you have mentioned mindful eating. Can you please expand on this? Thank you.
as I mentioned earlier, the life force that enters into your system, the life force that is directed outside of you, can be consciously steered. The capacity that you have to receive is expanded with your attention. Food and nutrition is one way to receive this life force from the environment, while your body is capable of producing the energy from this gift of nature. Your attention will allow your body as well as your energetic system to be fully present to receive the energy and the love that is stored in this food. Therefore, mindfulness will increase your capacity to receive. Mindfulness will increase your capacity to convert fully. Mindfulness will increase your capacity to execute the energy into creation. It is therefore recommended to bring your attention to the moment of digestion, to the moment of eating, appreciating the love of creation in every single bite, in every single piece that is in front of you. A gift, a creation between the earth and the sun and all the elements. Perfection provided for you so that you can continue to exist, can continue to express, and can continue to self-realize. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Edward asks, both life and spirit have helped me with opening and with clearing out old residue. I feel like there's been a path to follow. I'm now waiting to find out what is next. Can you give any guidance?
The concern of the mind is always wanting to know what is next. The future carries utmost importance as it allows for parts of the mind and the heart to rest. Assurance, reliability, consistency. This is one way to create this level of comfort and assurance from the future, from the expectations of the future, the illusions of the future. Much of your society has been established in this particular way, and it is natural in this space-time construct, in an environment where survival is a reality. We want to bring you closer to a new form of presence, a presence that will allow you to accept all unfoldings of the future equally, that will allow you to become agile and resilient through your presence, through your level your quality and your depth of presence. Therefore, the single most important activity that we recommend for you is to increase your level of presence in all the ways your mind can be even closer, even stronger present, in all the ways that your heart can open and stay open, connected in every moment of your existence, in all the ways that you care for your body and you are present with all its needs, in all the ways that you are connected to this unconditional love of creation. These are my recommendations to you. You will see that this strength of presence will allow for magnificent and powerful unfoldings of immediate future as well as long-term future. Difficulties will be easier to face. Challenges will become opportunities, and your presence going through all future moments will inspire others to become present as well. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Jerome asks, can you speak to the role of social action in concert with this work of ascension in the form of campaigning and peaceful protest to protect and restore the health of natural order of Mother Gaia and her living systems? Thank you.
Humanity has gone through many phases of understanding its relationship with this planet, with this earth, as well as understanding its relationship with other humans. This has been a continuous awakening and continuous learning journey. Some are further on this journey than others. It is ultimately about your presence in these relationships. This level of presence for the relationship with Earth, this level of presence for the relationship with others will be determined by the relationship that one has with themselves. The relationship with yourself will drive your actions and will drive your creations. This is how we determine the maturity of your consciousness, individually as well as a collective. The actions and the consequences and the reactions to the consequences. This continuous iteration. Is humanity able to learn? Is the individual able to learn and to expand on these realizations that are had? Your desire to support humans in their actions and in their inactions is well noted and acknowledged. It shows the state of being that you are in. It shows the dedication and the inspiration that you want to bring to the world. Yet understand, this is the path that you have chosen. Others will choose different paths to support humanity's awakening, to support deeper levels of presence in every single individual to support closer relationships, interpersonally as well as with this earth. Every awakening soul will find their own way to deliver, will find their own way to apply their gifts as their service, as their understanding of their life purpose. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Bat asks, how do we heal the belief of unworthiness which leads us to seek validation from the people we are connected to?
At some point in the life of a being, experiences that have been challenging create beliefs, human beliefs that contain meaning about life. Some of this meaning is connected to how deserving, how lovable, and how valuable you are. These are intrinsic beliefs that have been installed over experiences and interactions, most often within the childhood years. It is valuable to revisit in all the ways these beliefs have been installed, in all the ways the ones that raised you carried the same beliefs about themselves. The value that you carry in your existence cannot be measured by any variable. All life in human form is equally valuable to humanity's existence, to humanity's growth, and to humanity's ascension. Every single individual is capable to self-realize, is capable to love and to receive love in its full capacity. This is the underlying truth. Yet, the truths that are based in most individuals' minds will require a journey inside, a journey into the past, a journey of surrender and clearing to get to this same level of innocence of a newborn. You are capable of doing this. You may ask for support of other humans, of other lineages and practices, or you may choose to do this in silence by yourself. Every effort to transmute these installed beliefs of the past will bring benefits to the very present moment, and you will start to see that this perception of value will start to shift for yourself as well as the perception of value of others. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Amita asks, what do you do if all your actions are met with failure? It makes me doubt the point of making an effort. Does destiny play a role in this?
If failure is defined as an opportunity to learn in your mind, then you're succeeding all the time. It is a matter of perspective. You may not achieve the goal that you have set, yet the actions resulted in an opportunity to learn and to grow. Receiving this failure as an opportunity to learn and to grow, iterating based on what you have learned, and continuing to grow, to adjust your behavior, to adjust your actions. This is action and consequence, with realization in between. This is the continuous cycle of growth. Surrender to the idea that not all actions will deliver the results expected. Surrender to the idea that some aspects of the environment are variables that you cannot consider in your actions. To some degree, all of your actions are experiments. See them as playful, as curious and innocent. Learn from your actions, adjust your actions, and receive even the failures as a success. You will see that this will shift the way your energy is applied in everything that you do. You will start to motivate yourself. You will start to inspire yourself to create even more, despite failed expectations. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Polly asks, I've noticed on days I attend these clearings, I feel worse than usual beforehand. Is it connected?
Some individuals will become sensitive to the beginning of these sessions as the work will start ahead. You will become more connected and expanded in your being. In certain ways, your mind and your heart are still very active. This may create a conflict inside, a conflict of the things that require to be done by the mind and by the heart, versus this intention of expansion of your spirit and your consciousness. This conflict may occur as discomfort. Allow yourself to prepare for these sessions beforehand, with meditations, with nature, and enough rest. And you will see that the sessions will be much easier to receive for you. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Bree asks, my memory has never been great and seems to be retaining less and less. Is this part of living in the present moment, or is it something related to my physical brain?
You are indeed living much more closely in the present moment. You are understanding that past moments only carry relevance if there is learning that has not been realized and integrated. The integrated parts of your past are now parts of your wisdom and will reflect in your actions in the very present moment. Your brain is reorienting itself to become even more present in the very moment. Time, the way it has been experienced, will start to shift. As you shift your attention to become an even more present being, your perception of time will shift as well. Perception of the past, a minute, a day, a year can seem all the same length. Certain experiences will feel like they have happened a very short time ago. Some experiences will feel they have happened a very long time ago. Some experiences will not even be relevant to be stored in your memory. This is all part of this awakening process. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Ashley asks, does marijuana affect spiritual growth? If so, what does it specifically do to the energy body?
This particular plant medicine serves in ways in creating elasticity in the consciousness, which provides often for relaxation of perspectives and relaxation of beliefs. This can indeed become a powerful force to realign and to transform if utilized in an intentional way. Continuous use will change the structure of consciousness within your mind, will make operations in this physical and material world much more complex. The expansion of consciousness, the growth that happens through the silence of the mind and the silence of the heart, can truly be induced and supported by this particular plant in moderate utilization. Yet understand, it is not a requirement nor recommended in the long term. It is known that this plant carries other health benefits for the physical body as well as for the emotional body. This remains for you to use this in this particular way. The energetic body will not be impacted dramatically by the use of this plant. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Rowan asks, I'm very impatient with the creative process. It feels like there's a divine reason behind it. Do you have any advice for me?
in all the ways that you have defined. Success, and productivity, and achievement have formed your beliefs and your expectations. Your patience is directly connected to your expectations. Understand more clearly how you formulate your expectations of specific actions and of the future. Allow yourself to fully surrender to the moment of your actions and of your creativity, of the creation process. Patience will come once you release your expectations of the future, once you surrender into the moment, and once you become even more present. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Brendan asks, since COVID-19 came to the US, I have been having trouble falling asleep and I wake up several times, even though I'm continuing to keep healthy habits, meditate, and see a therapist. How can I better ground my nervous system and get in balance so I can rest at night?
Many individuals that are of sensitive nature will start to feel collective emotions, collective fear, collective doubt, collective anxiety. This will impact you in your ability to rest, in your ability to receive the benefits of this period for your well-being. The recommendation that I have for you is to become present with this collective fear, and to allow your heart to understand the fears that are in the collective and in which ways you are connected to this collective, in which ways you are part of this collective. Understand that these are not your fears, these are not your anxiety. Consciously proclaim your autonomy in this collective. This will start to change your ability to perceive as well as your ability to be drawn into the collective emotional states. As a result, you will see a change in the patterns of your resting states. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Gabrielle asks, I've been doing inner work for quite some time, but my struggle to find joy is most of the time. What else can I do?
Continue doing the work that you do. Release from expectations of what you will receive by doing this work. Allow yourself to fully be present in every single step that you take for your evolution. This is work that requires devotion and determination. Dedicated steps forward will start to make a difference. Eventually, you will start to experience deeper states of joy, deeper states of fulfillment, and deeper states of content. Yet, it is not immediately guaranteed after which steps, what kind of relief, and what kind of realignment occurs. Every single individual operates in a different way, and certain realizations learned will bring forth a certain type of alignment, and through that, deeper presence and a certain level of comfort Deeper alignment is the first step on this continuous transformative work. Through the deeper alignment, new states of being can be achieved. New states of emotions can be achieved. With focus on alignment, with focus on mental, emotional, physical, and energetic alignment, you will start to see the benefits of this work. Do not be discouraged by not achieving specific goals in this transformational work. Rest assured that every step that you take brings you forward. Thank you for your question and blessings on that journey.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Tyler asks, on retreat in 2018, I had a series of highly energetic experiences that left me in a highly connected state for several weeks. How do I make this highly connected state my default and permanent state of being?
These experiences that individuals like yourself will have over time, spontaneous as well as induced awakenings, will become important reminders on what is possible in your own being. They will become a North Star for you to follow, a North Star for you to understand the potential that is within you. To reach this potential in a sustainable and in a continuous way, all aspects of your being must be transformed to create a foundation that is capable of holding you in this state of connection. The transformation of all aspects of your being requires continuous work. It requires the transformation of the body. It requires the transformation of the mind. It requires the transformation of the heart and of the energetic spiritual construct. This journey of self-realization, this journey of awakening, will take time to deliver results that are continuous and sustainable. In the meantime, you will have more frequently experiences of deep connection in moments like these. The frequency of the connections will increase over time until the point where you can choose to be in different states at will. Thank you for your question. Thank you for receiving this work. You have come to an important place in your life, a place of no return. Continuous awakening, continuous growth, continuous evolution. You choose to be part of the stream of evolution that already has started. Consciously, you participate and you evolve. This is the journey ahead. Thank you for receiving this work. welcome back. I hope this work finds you well. I hope that it impacts you in the ways it has impacted my life. I hope that it helps you to grow, to become a better individual every single day, no matter how challenging it is. And I hope that through you, all the loved ones around you, even the strangers around you, receive the impact of this work. And so we all start to make the difference in the world. We all create the change that we want to see. Thank you for joining.
Take time to come back into your body. Take any extra time you need in a sitting or lying position, or stay in this state as long as you need to. As we are coming back, I have a few gentle closing remarks. If you'd like to continue this journey, there are a few ways to do it. We have social media pages like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube that you can follow and share to keep up to date. You can invite family, friends, and community to these bi-weekly sessions. You can join our Tuesday integration calls. We've recently released our first book transmission. It's available on Amazon. We're also happy to announce that we are launching our first advanced practitioner course. We have a new level of detail about the course available. The guys will put the link in the course in the chats. Feel free to apply. It starts June 2nd, which is a shift in our schedule. Emmanuel is going to be our admissions director, and he'll be selecting the course participants sometime this weekend. These sessions are just one part of the work that we do. We also travel to both sacred sites and sites of global trauma to do energy alignment work. Once we're able to travel again, we will resume a tour through Europe and take a tour of Greece with a few participants. This work is possible because of donations we receive. It not only supports Aseel, but it supports the whole production team. As you would imagine, it takes a village across the globe to bring the channel into this space and then beam it out to you all. If you find this of value, please consider supporting this session with a donation. And there are 3 ways to do this. If you are in Crowdcast right now, there's a donate button at the bottom of your screen. There's also 2 donate buttons on the left side of the homepage at aseeltoksal.com. You can donate via PayPal, paypal.me/ascension1, or you can become a Patreon patron at patreon.com/ascension1. A quick reminder about the ending poll. In the beginning, we asked you how you were feeling. We'd like to ask the same question. Simply click on the poll button at the bottom of the Crowdcast screen. Go ahead and answer that question now. If you want to share deeper about your experiences, we have a community Zoom call on Tuesdays. We also created an email address, testimonial@ascension.one. Energy work is felt in so many ways, and it's helpful for us to have an understanding of how you're impacted. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for contributing your presence and your time. Despite being physically separated, when we gather in this way, I know we are in this together, and I feel the collective support we have for one another. Take it easy after the session. Give space for the energy to continue to work. If you can, keep your mind quiet. If you can't, bring this presence and peace to whatever it is that you need to do. I imagine you all as bright, shining beings right now, and that's really powerful.